otherwise known as Crafty Teacher DIYs, and I'm here with another Flosstube. I know I keep meaning to do my, Teacher Tries It or my Frame It Friday. I still haven't done that, mostly because it is the last week before school starts, and it has been hot. What is with this? Not only hot, as I just said, but also humid. Yesterday, there was where we as a school, or not as a school, but volunteers from our school, we went around to see and kind of talk to and encourage students who had some attendance issues last year, to make sure that they're there the first day of school, make sure that they're attending every day, that this year should be fun and exciting. We didn't see very many of them, but it was hot. I mean, even without a run around in an air-conditioned vehicle, it was hot. And I mean, the sweat just poured off you. But then to top it all off, the compressors for our HVAC broke in our building. So our building did not have air. And it was hot. At one point, I'd been in the office, and they had managed to fix the office air conditioning. And so it was starting to cool off. And so we were in there, I was in there talking with a couple coworkers, and I was leaving to kind of go upstairs and get some things done in my room. And you open that door, and then you are just hit with this wave of humidity and heat. And then the only thing you could say is, holy smokes, like, what is that? But what's really bad is those compressors, I guess, weigh like 700 pounds or something like that each. So they needed to get a crane in there to get them up on top of the building. So hopefully that got resolved today. I think they were supposed to do that today, but we hadn't necessarily talked about it, or I hadn't necessarily gotten a hold of them, and I was not going in with that kind of heat, because I stayed yesterday afterward for a little while. I had done a few things in my room, and I came home. I had taken a shower before I had left to go, visit the houses with the kids and where they lived. And then, holy smokes, when I got back, I needed to take another shower. And the first thing that my mom said when she saw me was, "Your face is red." And I'm like, no, because it was hot. It was so stinking hot. So that was one thing. And another story that I forgot to tell y'all about 2 weeks ago, so in last week's Flosstube, but happened again this week, and this week there's a better story, is I have a dog door. So these two, Snorsky and Barks McGee over there, Sweetie and Deuce, so they can go in and out kind of as they need to. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but typically I think she's my culprit, but I'll end up with possums in my house. Now, typically they're small, okay, they're babies. It's not a big deal. And typically, I think she's only really killed one of them that she's brought in, mostly because I hadn't caught it in time, or it hadn't managed to hide, or I don't know. So last, had to have been Monday or Tuesday. I would say Monday or Tuesday of last week. No, it was Wednesday. It was one of my all week sleep. But you guys didn't hear about it. So that was like a week ago. Yeah, so it was probably one of the Wednesdays when I slept like all day long. So it was like 2 weeks ago. I heard the dogs at like 6 o'clock in the morning, I guess. And when she gets restless, like she just paces and she doesn't like sit down, typically that's one of my signs that something's going on and that I probably have a possum in my house. It's when he starts barking and it's not at the window, But all of a sudden we're like, oh geez, now we got something in the house. So somehow this little baby possum had crawled all the way back in here and hid under my stand where I got all my like diamond painting and my cross stitch stuff, right? And I had seen it, I had rolled it out, but then it decided to kind of go back behind my bed. I had flipped my mattress off, couldn't see it, couldn't find it. But again, it was that Wednesday that I like was tired and slept all day. So what I do, I lay back down and I fell asleep. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know where it's at. It'll come out. The dogs will find it. You know, we'll get it another time. I don't know what happened, but later that night, Deuce was just barking up a storm, kind of at like toward the headboard of my bed. And I'm like, okay, I need help. Somebody come on in here. So my roommate and I flipped my bed and my mattress spring up this way so that we could see underneath my bed. And I have a lot of stuff stored underneath my bed. So he managed to find it. PTI there, pardon the interruption. Just had somebody coming in and checking and seeing what's up. So anyway, my roommate and I flipped my bed this way this time, and he just managed to see this little thing crawling underneath and managed to grab it. And he didn't grab it. I grab it because both my mom and him are both like, I'm not doing that. He's deathly afraid of spiders to the point where I try to, I'll like turn the water and flush a spider down the sink because I know it'll creep him out. Just a few other things, but mom and him, they're not going to do that. But then a week ago, Deuce is going to ask to be let outside because of the previous interruption. So this past week, I don't know when it was, it had to have been Thursday, maybe Friday night. She's restless again. He's barking up a storm, or she's restless. She's really restless. And so we're like, oh geez, not another one, right? Not another one. So sure enough, we go into the living room this time, and I'll be darned if in one of the little cubbies hiding is a possum. Only this time, it was big, and it was mean, and it growled. I was a little creeped out by that one, okay? The little ones I don't mind too much. Big ones, I mind, okay? Typically all I do is I grab a towel, and then I wrap it around, and then I like take it out front and like let it go. This one though, I was like terrified of. It was growling. You know, it wasn't just open mouth kind of, you know, trying to look scary. It was growling. Like Deuce would sit there and bark at it, but it had like cornered itself, so I understand why it was growling and stuff, but it was still just like, holy cow. So I have my roommate tip this box or this cubby forward so that, you know, the possum would slide out and into the towel. So the first time we tried to do that, it like lunged at the towel because I just put the towel in front of it, and I was like, oh man, this thing is creeping me out. I was like scared. This one I was like, oh, this one's not so good. I was like, oh man. So the second time he lifted it up, I managed to get a hold of it, and I was hoping like heck that I would get like by the front shoulders or, you know, across the midsection. I got the dang thing by the rear end that time, and I'm like running toward the door, like, open the door, open the door. My roommate's behind me though, so he can't. So luckily the front door like had been opened already a little bit, so it was just a matter of getting out the screen door. But this thing was like twisting and turning and trying to get me, and I was like, no, running out there. Then like the next night, or like 2 nights later, I hear Sweetie outside in the backyard. I think it was Sweetie, and she like yelped or whined or, you know, kind of whimpered, or at least something did. And I was like, oh man, no, you know. So I like run outside, and my mom's like, what happened? You like ran. And I'm like, I know, because I knew something was going on. I'm running outside, And then sure enough, there's like a possum in the walkway. I have a detached garage, so there was a possum kind of like going out and, you know, kind of on the concrete patio that like out toward, as we're walking out toward the backyard. And I'm like, oh no, these two dogs. I'm like, get in the house, you know. Deuce is trying to sniff it, and then he walks out further in the yard, and I'm like, oh heck no. I grab him, throw him in the house, block the dog door, turn off the light. Possum's gone the next day, and I'm like, we need to do something about this. I think I'm just gonna have to continue to lock the door. Knock on wood, we have not had a possum since. But yeah, it's probably gonna happen again. Hate to say it, probably gonna happen again. So I talked about our possum incidents. I talked about sweating like crazy because of the air con. I talked about I haven't really done too much else, but I think that's the updates. Oh, the only other thing that I did do last Thursday was I went in to kind of talk to and introduce a lot of the teachers, or the newer teachers to the district, about, you know, MS Teams. Our district is a Microsoft district, so we use MS Teams for everything. So it was, you know, kind of going through and introducing them to Teams and some of the other platforms that we've got through the district. And to a certain extent, that was a little bit of a hot mess, but it wasn't bad. And I got a $20, you know, Starbucks gift card for it. So, you know, I got some Starbucks on the way home, or maybe the next day. I don't know. I got Starbucks on the way there, and probably the next day as well. But hot chai tea latte, it's the way to go for me anyway. And an almond croissant. Them things are like yummy. Those are yummy. So yeah, let's talk cross stitch, because I think that took about 10 minutes. It's going to be a short one today, guys. It's probably going to be under 30 minutes because I don't got a lot to show you, because I did not do a lot of stitching last week. I was on and off on Instagram and Facebook, and I haven't even really watched a lot of YouTube until like today. So I did some stitching today. I did more stitching on Sunday, moved some things over on Monday. Tuesday I didn't do anything. Started on today. So really there's only been about 2 days of stitching that I've done, and so I haven't done a whole lot. I've gotten some progress, which is good, but I haven't gotten a ton done. So let's talk. What have I been working on? Or whips of the week. Sorry, a little phone call from administration with a lot of updates from the school. So what have I been working on? I have been working on my holiday Quaker. So I'm liking it right now. I got it a lot. Obviously, I finished Santa. Let me go from this direction. I finished Santa here. I finished a lot of the snowflakes. There's a blue one here that's like super light, and another blue one over there. I know I got one over off the side, but it was not fitting in the Q-snap. I got this big blue one done, and that gold leaf one done, and then I filled in the moon. So I think it was about 1,000 stitches. Over 500 is in there this week on that one. So yeah, I'm liking it. I'm not liking how the blues don't really stand out too much. So I'm trying to think of a way that I can get them to stand out a little bit more. I don't know if I might outline them in some kind of like silvery type color, or maybe just a single white stitch, like, so do some back stitching on it. I thought about doing a blend. I thought about doing a lot of things, but Santa's pretty cute. I like him. So yeah, there I am with Holiday Quaker so far. It's looking pretty good. I'm kind of excited. I really do like the fabric. Brandy at Bee Stitch Me does an amazing job. So this is 28 count Jobelin, I believe, in Winter Blues, and doing the called for DMC and overdyes through the Gentle Arts. These are all Gentle Arts sampler colors. So yeah, I'm a little nervous because I'm going to take this off. Because when I look at the pattern, as I'm eventually, like, you know, stitching and stuff, or I'm looking on Pattern Keeper anyway, the Santa parts, well, maybe, but for whatever reason, this part of the Santa always seems further over here. So I could have sworn I started in the middle, but I don't know what happened. Maybe my middle wasn't really off. The middle wasn't really designated in Pattern Keeper because obviously it was designed to be printed on paper, even though I did get the PDF version. So I don't know, I'm a little nervous that it's going to be really short on this side, so I don't know. I think maybe I'm going to work that way, although I really do want to kind of work down. There's like another blue snowflake here. I really wanted to get a lot of the snowflakes done, but then I know that the Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas is going to go right in there, and I have to decide which version I'm going to do. But I wanted to work this way, which means that I'm going to end up doing the Happy Holidays. But I do like working on like the individual little motifs and getting them done individually, so I'm enjoying it. It's a fun one, especially if you just want to do like a couple of like little motifs, or maybe a strand or two of color, or, you know, fill in the blank. It works really well. So I'm enjoying Holiday Quaker. Surprisingly, I did not think that I would be very much of a Quaker fan, or I don't have too many samplers per se, but I really didn't think that I would be too big into the Quakers or the samplers. But there's a few that have caught my eye. I just haven't pulled them out to start working on them yet. And then today I started working. I put that away because I was like, okay, you know, anytime I have to move the Q-snap is typically when I'll like switch my project and I'll start working on something else. So I pulled that off the Q-snap, but then I moved on to Trans Pride Tapestry as usual, and you guys can kind of see this is where I've gotten, and I'm getting a little nervous, just a little nervous, because it called for 3 strands of DMC 3810, and obviously with my conversion I got 3 skeins of the Tantalizing Teal from Almond M&M's, and I just broke out my last strain, or my last skein of Tantalizing Teal in this flower here. So I have this, and then there's like a ton of 3810 still in the unicorn. So I didn't finish my goal, or ideally what I wanted to finish, which was this, by yesterday. By the way, today is Wednesday, January. I'm a hot mess, man. Wednesday, August 11th. And next week, a week from today, is our first day with students. I'm freaking out a little bit. But that's the way it is. It always seems to be that way. The school year, it's like July ends and you blink and the school year starts. So anyway, I finished this. Today I started on this. There's like 5 sets of these all the way up to the 2 tulips, I guess, that are up there. And then all of my unicorn. So I'll keep working on this today, although I'll probably finish this today, the colors and the 3810, or the Tantalizing Teal, the Seaweed, and the Emerald City, along with, I think this one is the peony color, periwinkle peony, and then the lily of the valley, the pink. So I think those are the last colors in this one to finish on that section. And then it's the big old unicorn. Big old unicorn. I think I'm going to try to do all 3810 or the tantalizing teal at once, and then just pick a color and do a color completion to finish it off. So I'm liking it. It's pretty fun. Like I said, I really like working with the almond M&M silk. This is another Bestitch Me fabric from Brandy over there. Like I said, at Bestitch Me. This one was a Friday Night Fight Night win, so it was number 305 on whatever day that I won it on that Friday, but it had some really good pinks and purple tones in it. I almost picked a fabric that was purple with opalescence in it, so it was almost shiny, but I didn't end up doing that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying working with Ymir silks, by the way. Stinking amazing. So that was it. That was whips. But I have just been on a buying spree. I need to chill and slow my roll. But one of the things that I wanted to do, and I had kind of seen, was Michelle Garrett, Benny Stitchy. She does her Bags Plus. Obviously, she sells, she's the distributor for North America for Bags Plus. But typically, she doesn't get these. And this happens to be a 90 pocket Bags Plus, like floss keeper. I don't know that she's had a name for this. I'd have to look it up. So it's cute. I liked it a lot. It's the Wizard of Oz. But I was like, you know what I'm going to put on this? Because I've had a hard time. Obviously, I don't know if you probably can't see it, but if you remember when I showed you my kitted projects, I showed you my kitted projects for my Randall Spangler's Books of Dreams. And it has 89 colors in it. This has 90 pockets, 90. Now, I know that there's more, more skeins than would fit in here. But I'm like, I might just be spending the day bobbinating some stuff. and then using that as my kind of project keeper for my Books of Dreams, and all my other Randall Spanglers, because if I'm not mistaken, the rest of the Randall Spanglers pretty much have the same number of colors too, 89. So this just might become my Randall Spangler, even though it's got Wizard of Oz on it. But I don't really have any other project that's like that big that's Wizard of Oz. But I liked it, and it was 90, and it's cute. But yeah, so it's got a lot of, a heart is not judged by how much you love, how much you are, but how much you are loved by others is what the saying is. It's in this kind of, but then it's got like other quotes from the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. You had the power all along. My dear, from Linda. So it's really cute. I really like it a lot. And I know it's Wizard of Oz, and that our dear friend Steph from Just Keep Stitching would probably like it, but I saw it first. So I'm not going to give it up. Maybe if I don't have a project that's got 90 colors in it. But I don't know that she's doing a project that's that big either. I showed you my big ol' needle minder haul from Nerdy Needle Designs. But then one of the other things that I had ordered it a while ago, and I had ordered a little tail tucker from It's Charm School. It's a little strawberry on it. Super cute. I had ordered that from, like I said, It's Charm School, but I had ordered it a while ago, and I guess she felt bad that it took so long for it to get here. So she sent me a few extras, if you will say that, kind of as an apology. I didn't expect it, so I appreciate it. I wasn't in like a, oh my gosh, I have to have this tail tucker now. It's because I do have one from like in Europe, somewhere in the UK, but that's okay. So she added in this really cute She's Crafty needle minder with a little witch hat. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can get it to focus on that. Probably not, because this one doesn't autofocus, and that's probably what's going on here. Anyway, it says She's Crafty. And then she also sent, I really like the back of her needle minders, because I also got a beaded needle minder from her from Black Needle Society, but it's content that I won't show on my channel. And she's got like little roses on the back of them. They're super cute. So, but she also sent a whole bunch of stickers. I haven't like gone through them, but so we have Be the Light, Think Happy Thoughts. Oh, the Night King, is that from, I know it's from Game of Thrones, and I watched Game of Thrones, but I've really only watched it once. You Are My Sunshine, that's a really cute one. I can't use the R. I'll have to think of something for that. A really nice just background kind of sticker. A little heart envelope. Cute little hamster. A koala. Oh, here you go. For all those Michigan fans out there. I went to Iowa. Sorry. And then just a nice little cute stickers. I like it. I'm a big koala fan. Super cute little animal nuggets. So yeah, I really wanted to do the koala that Dizzy Stitcher's doing kind of as a stitch along, but I'm not gonna lie, that thing is intimidating. So, I mean, I looked into it, I just haven't done it, but he's doing it as a stitch along. So, along with one of the other things that I ordered from Black Needle Society was the moth needle minder from that retreat. I want to go back and I want to see if they still have this snail pattern, because I liked it, but I didn't purchase it at the time, so I might go back and purchase the snail. I liked the snail. So that was another purchase. I had completely forgotten about Be Stitch Me's Friday Night Fight Night. So I luckily had kind of hopped on, I think the next morning, and I got all the colors. One of her 50-yard skeins of silk, and it is legit all the colors. Super, super cute. I have no idea what I'll use it for, but I have it, and I'm happy about it. So, yes, I was super excited that I got that. One of the other things that I had been doing was kind of kitting up a project that you guys haven't seen yet. I did order a pattern. I ordered a few patterns, let's just not lie. But I did get a hold of a pattern that's out of print, but I'm not going to show you or tell you what that is. Know that some of the floss that I got at Michael's last week was part of that. And then I got some of the beads. This came from the Daily Stitcher, because I was looking all over for the different types of beads for it. So that's one, and for whatever reason, I thought that was going to turn out to be way more purple than it is, but that goes with that pattern that I will tell you all about later. I spent a good chunk of the week, you know, kind of putting together the flosses in the individual little bags so that I could kind of go through and look at it. I got 18, this is probably, I don't know, 18 by 27. It's probably a similar count. But I got a mushroom Lugana because in my fabric stash, I have like no neutrals. So I got a neutral. This is a 28 count mushroom Lugana. And again, I ordered this from the Daily Stitcher. She just happened to have kind of, I was looking for fabrics for, I do want to do the Cryptid Sal from the Witchy Stitcher. I have all of the floss for it. It was, again, one of those things that I had purchased all as part of Christmas ornaments, which I'm waiting for fabric on, from 123 Stitch. And then that's supposed to, it says it's supposed to ship out this week, so we'll see. And then I'm also waiting for the fabric for the Cryptid Sal because I really want to do that on like a purple. And it's got a couple of colors that it says it's close to the purples that I picked. I got like 3 different fabrics to kind of play around with, but unfortunately a couple of those fabrics, like one of them says it's not even gonna, it hasn't even shipped yet. One of them doesn't even have a ship date. One of them like shipped or says it's gonna ship on the 13th. One of, like, it's a hot mess with my fabrics there. This is gonna end up being longer than I thought because I have a couple more things to do. But anyway, my fabrics. I want to do it on a purple. And I think I found a couple of good purples, but again, I haven't pulled out the DMC that it kind of compares it to, so we'll see in the end. But then, of course, I saw another little mini kit on Forbidden Fiber Co. I'm on a kick with them, I guess, but this one's kind of a fun little bag. It's the Coniferous. Coniferous? I think it's Coniferous, but hey, what do I know? I am not an ELA teacher. I am a social studies teacher / history teacher. But again, some of their advertisements came in for the Yule Ball cross stitch, Just Flossin'. How I ended up with 2 of those Just Flossin'. They're there. The yarn clubs, check them out. They got lots of them. This is the pattern that it came with. Super cute. Like, it's kind of plain, but I mean, it's cute. It's got like different Christmas trees in essence. But I like it a lot. Designed by Leanne. Now, this fabric is not going to show up. It's called Spearmint. Well, maybe. I mean, that's pretty close. It's just like a really, really pale green color. And this is a 36 count linen, Edinburgh. I have not stitched on 36 count, so I'm kind of excited about it. But it's a 1/4 yard, so I should be able to do quite a bit with this. And the needle minder that came with it is a nice little pine cone, super cute. But the floss, guys, the floss. This green is super pretty. And you got 2 skeins of it, obviously, so that you could do the pattern. But here you guys have Christmas ivy, which is like you know, a green. It looks like a pine green. This one was Midas Touch, kind of a golden brownish color. Ladybug, just a pretty bread. This one was, oh, another ladybug. And then we had 2 that are called Pickle. And that is not showing up very well. But it is, it's not as bright as the lime green that came last week or the week before, but it's a pretty green. It's a really pretty green. So I like it. I'm happy with it. I don't know if I'll stitch the patterns themselves, but they're still in their bags. I still haven't, they're up in their bags over there, where I keep the rest of my stuff. I haven't done anything with them yet. because I've been focusing on, like I said, well, the 2 whips that you guys saw earlier today. So, throw those away. I do not need to buy anything else. And then lastly, again, my kit, stuff I'm kitting up for 123 Stitch, or that I'm kitting up that I can't tell you about, but I did order some more stuff. I did a buttons and beads. I wanted to try one of these Mill Hill kits because I haven't beaded before. So I thought if I tried one of these like little ones that I get an idea on how to bead. And they're really cute. They come with all the stuff that you need to do it. So the perforated paper and everything, which I've never stitched on. It looks like it comes with a little button, I guess, in there, the cat button. Yeah, this little cat button that says boo. It's really cute. I liked it a lot, so I'll probably try stitching on that because, like I said, I've never beaded before, so it should be interesting. But some of the other floss, like I said, that comes with the kit that I'm doing was this Karen collection, water lilies, and this is fur. It's got a nice little variegation in there. Another Karen collection, water lilies. This one is Morning Mist. It's a really pale purple. And another Karen collection, this one is Antique Rose. And then that has this was a metallic from Krynic. This was a number 8 braid. I don't remember the name of this one. But it's like it's got like purples and pinks and greens sparkles to it. So even though it doesn't show up there necessarily, that's what it is. Some glass seed beads in 02017 and another one in 40479. These are the petite glass beads in kind of a white color. So this isn't everything. So along with the other beads that came before that you guys saw that I put away right away in here, it's almost everything. There's only one more thing, and it's coming from Stony Creek. Another little package with 3 items in it. For this one will be kitted except for the fabric, which is coming from 123 Stitch, and the pattern, which has yet to come as well. So that's everything. That's it. Wish me luck next week. Don't know when I'm going to video. I apologize for not getting this video out yesterday, but wish us luck. First day, Monday for teachers, Wednesday for students. I am not ready. I'm not ready for any of it. The good news is I don't have to, I'm kind of by myself with the 6th through 8th grade social studies. So it's just me in deciding what I want to do. I mean, I can work with the ELA teachers to kind of overlap and do some things that way, but for the most part, it's just me deciding how I'm going to teach them and, how I'm going to set up my room. I got to go and get like baskets for them to turn in papers because Lord knows they hand those papers to me. I don't know where I'm going to put them. So typically if they just stay in their baskets, it's the best bet. But now I have to go and get, a total of 6 bins instead of the 3 because I just dealt with 3 classes when I did science and social studies. Wish us luck. There we go. I did have a couple questions I was going to ask for you guys to answer down below, but I don't remember what they were at all. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else to add for you guys. If you got a question for me, something I didn't add, something you'd like clarification on, holla at a girl, okay? Just yell at me and I'll either answer it in response to your comment, or I will I'll save it for my next Flosstube video. Alright, this is long. you guys gotta go, I gotta go. Hopefully I'll get into the building tomorrow and Friday, start getting all that work schedule out. One of the other things that I got was a Fitbit Flex, so we'll see how I like it. But we gotta start. I gotta start losing some weight there. So I got some more orders coming, so we'll see what comes out. I think I was gonna pull the flosses and see what purple I like. Maybe that's a goal for today. See if I can find the colors that are approximate to those fabrics that should be coming, and see when I want to get them and when I want to start stitching, because I'd like to get the border done, and I'd like to stay on top of that sow. So it is what it is. It'll arrive when it does, right? So here we go. Next week school starts. Yay. Boo, depending on how you want to think about it. And I hope that your Stitchy Week, you got a lot more accomplished than I did. I hope that if you got things that you're not feeling right on, that you're going to your doctor, you're seeing your doctor, you're taking the meds that your doctor tells you to take, that you're feeling good, you're staying out of the heat. So if you need a cooling station, find one, go there, cool off, because it be hot. I will say I'm super excited also about school, because they did get those water bottle filling stations. We have one downstairs and we have one upstairs. So that's really exciting actually for our building. It was an incentive that was kind of put together by one of the parents. He really did a big fundraiser for it, to make sure that they got installed in all the buildings, especially with COVID, or the pandemic, and everything that happened with that in 2020. Having in-person school, wearing masks, doing all that stuff. We kind of needed them, because the kids didn't have access to, they couldn't use the water fountains. They had them all bagged up. It was kind of bad. It was a bad situation all around. But here in Illinois, we're masking up, so I'm vaccinated, but I will wear my mask for my dad and for everybody else, especially making sure with this new variant coming around. So yeah, wear your mask, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay cool, see your doctors if you're not feeling good. And with that said, like, subscribe, do those YouTube things down below, please, and thank you. Thank you to all the subscribers. I hit 50 people. 50. I might have more now, but I haven't checked in a little while, because, like I said, I've been a little bit off social media for a while. So, all right, y'all have a good week, and we'll see you then.